privacy. We want privacy. Our first guest, the prince and his wife. We want privacy.
Prince Harry is reportedly in tears after South Park announced a shocking new parody targeting Meghan Markle. And this one might just go too far. The royal couple thought the worst was behind them after that brutal first episode. But it looks like the creators aren't finished yet. What exactly triggered Harry's emotional reaction this time? Well, it's deeper than you think. Behind the scenes, insiders are whispering about frantic phone calls, media blackouts, and even a possible legal move to stop the episode from airing. But here's the twist. Could Meghan actually be behind the scenes pushing back in her own way? Now, before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, let's go back a little, back to how all this South Park drama really began. The tension between South Park and the royal couple didn't just happen overnight. It all started brewing in early 2023, when the show took its first major swipe at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The episode instantly caught fire online, sparking massive reactions across social media, news outlets, and royal watchers.
Let's start with Meghan Markle.
Why not?
So the couple have been begging for privacy, and South Park has done a parody of this, and apparently it has really upset Meghan Markle. She's apparently spent days being upset and overwhelmed, according to sources, over this parody, which picks apart all of their publicity blitz while at the same time begging for privacy.
That one parody didn't just stir up laughs, it ignited a cultural firestorm. Ever since, the royal couple has stayed in the spotlight with interviews, book deals, and a media presence that hasn't slowed down.
South Park rules.
They fucking rule.
They went at Harry and Meghan.
She's suing
And they're
them.
trying to sue him. It's like, don't
What are you?
fucking
You're suing South Park?
kick
really?
that hornet's nest. Do not.
Really?
They don't like.
Well, you know what's going on. Someone wanted a lot of attention, and now they got it.
That was the whole episode.
That was the app.
Yeah.
That was the
They're like,
premise.
Is that what it
they're
was?
like, we want privacy, and they keep going on every magazine.
Yeah.
News.
Be a regular person.
Yeah.
Go get a job in an office.
And now it seems South Park is ready to go even further. A new episode is reportedly in the works, and this time, the focus is directly on Meghan. According to insiders, it's harsher, bolder, and could leave an even bigger mark. But what's in this new episode that's rattled Prince Harry so badly? Let's rewind just a bit further, to the first roast that started it all. Now let's talk about the first time South Park took aim and didn't hold back. The episode was called The Worldwide Privacy Tour, and it aired back in February 2023. It featured a royal couple who looked and sounded very much like Harry and Meghan, down to the red hair, British accents, and even outfits that mirrored real-life appearances. The message? The couple claimed to want privacy while constantly chasing fame. In the episode, the characters go on a world tour demanding to be left alone, appearing on talk shows, releasing books, and waving signs that say, "Stop looking at us." What really got people talking was how accurately the show mirrored real-life events. The book release? Just like Harry's Spare. The interviews? Very similar to their Oprah special.
We want privacy. We want privacy. All right, thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here. It's great. So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family. You've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Win. Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I was totally like, you should write a book because your family's like stupid, and then so are like journalists.
The whole parody hit a little too close to home. That episode didn't just mock them, it branded them. And it looks like the damage still hasn't faded, because now South Park is back, and it's about to get even messier. So why is South Park going after Meghan Markle again? That's the big question, and the answer might be more layered than you think. First, let's be honest. Meghan has remained one of the most polarizing public figures in the world. And for a show like South Park, which thrives on mocking high-profile figures, she's become the perfect target. Since the first parody aired, Meghan has continued to give critics material, intentionally or not. Even her Spotify deal fell apart, with reports accusing her of being difficult to work with and not delivering enough content.
She had a $20 million, well, her and Harry had a $20 million deal with Spotify to put out material, but apparently due to failing to meet the productivity benchmarks, lazy. They have failed to renew it for a second season, and she won't be getting that full payment. So that was a very expensive few episodes to put out.
There were rumors of tension between her and Harry over their media projects. And every time the couple makes a public appearance, they reignite debate over their quest for privacy versus their ongoing presence in the media. All of this creates the perfect storm for a second parody. But this time, insiders say the focus is more directly on Meghan herself. Some believe South Park sees her as the driving force behind the couple's public image, and perhaps even the more strategic player in their media game. Whether that's fair or not, it gives the writers a sharp angle to explore. And let's face it, South Park never does subtle things. By targeting Meghan again, the show is doing what it does best, stirring controversy, pushing buttons, and sparking debate. And with the first episode still echoing in pop culture, they know people will be watching to see what they do next. But if the rumors are true, this next episode isn't just about Meghan, it's what it reveals about Harry's current state that really has people talking.
He's right. Trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. We don't need to be a brand, do we? If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life.
Now here's where things take a more emotional turn. Because according to several insider sources, Prince Harry didn't just shrug off this new South Park episode. He allegedly broke down. Reports say that when Harry caught wind of the upcoming parody, he was visibly shaken and deeply upset. Some sources even claim he feels helpless, like he's lost all control over how he and Meghan are portrayed in the media.
Many of us may find that episode of South Park to be incredibly funny. Apparently, Meghan is not finding any humour in it at all. Friends say the Duchess is finding it incredibly upsetting and overwhelming, and apparently tension between her and Harry has actually got so bad they're starting to take things out on each other. So really, they don't find much humour in South Park, while I guess the rest of the world is laughing at the couple.
After all, the first South Park episode left a lasting scar, and this time it's supposedly even more brutal. Remember, Harry has been very vocal in recent years about his mental health struggles. He's spoken openly about trauma, anxiety, and the pressure of public life. So it's not a stretch to believe that relentless media mockery, especially in such a high-profile, exaggerated form, could hit hard. One source close to the couple allegedly told a UK tabloid that Harry sees the new parody as a form of character assassination, and he's worried it could further damage their already fragile public image. There's even speculation that he wanted to explore legal action again, but was advised to stay quiet to avoid giving the show more publicity. And then there's the added pressure. Meghan is reportedly trying to rebuild her brand after a string of PR setbacks, and this new South Park jab couldn't come at a worse time.
And Meghan is on the side nearest to the photographers, who I presume are kind of, paparazzi or news photographers and videographers. And Harry's on the far side of the car. And he comes round and kind of tries to chivalrously put his hand on his arm, and she kind of literally swerves him and goes to very obviously greet the person that they're meeting with a big bear hug. And just honestly, the word spare part, came to my mind. It
Rebecca!
Whether the breakdown claims are fully true or slightly exaggerated, one thing is clear. Harry is not taking this lightly. But while he's struggling emotionally, the royal PR machine seems to be kicking into overdrive. There hasn't been an official statement from Harry or Meghan. Insiders claim their team is working behind the scenes to minimize the fallout. According to one source, there's already been a string of high-level meetings with publicists, image consultants, and legal advisors. The goal? To prevent the new parody from reigniting another wave of negative press. There are even whispers that Harry's team considered reaching out to the showrunners or networks, though that move was reportedly shut down quickly. Why? Because drawing more attention to South Park only amplifies the mockery. Instead, the focus seems to be on positive pivoting. Expect to see more polished public appearances, charity tie-ins, and carefully timed media stories highlighting their causes or personal growth.
She's accused Harry of bullying and harassment at scale. She said that the row sort of set in. I think there's been problems between The lady who is the chairman of Centre Bali, which was set up by Prince Harry in memory of his late mother, Princess Diana. It means forget me not, Centre Bali, and it's to support AIDS orphans in Lesotho in Africa. I think there's always been some degree of tension between her and the trustees. You know, she said that she was appointed to kind of put her mark on the charity and make sure that it stepped up a bit, and she wanted to move its headquarters to South Africa so it was immersed in the causes that it's serving and all the rest of it. There was this awkward viral moment, I don't know if you remember it, there was a polo match last year, it was in Miami.
Where she shifted, Meghan.
Basically, Meghan sort of shifted her out of the way for a photo opportunity with a trophy. Oh, here's the footage now.
I do remember this, actually.
This footage then went viral, and it was meant to be an example of, oh, you know, pushy Meghan, Duchess difficult, look how she's now trying to orchestrate this scene.
It's a classic damage control playbook. Redirect attention, control the narrative, and move the spotlight away from the controversy. But here's the problem. Unlike other viral moments that are easy to cover, South Park doesn't play by royal rules. They don't care about image, protocol, or polished optics. And once they've picked a target, they don't usually let go. So no matter how strategic the PR moves may be, this may be one storm Harry and Meghan just can't spin their way out of. And that's the latest on the royal drama and South Park's savage return. If you want more updates like this, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this fair satire or too far? Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because trust me, this story isn't over.